I've started and not completed so many businesses opportunities in the past. How can I overcome the chatter in my brain that states the fact that I've actually failed numerous times? Why is now any different? Week 1, session 5. Well, firstly, Teresa, congratulations for almost getting to the end of week 1. If you're finding that your mind is saying these logical statements such as, why should Teresa start over again? Why is now any different? Well, firstly, let it air out. Why should you start again, Teresa? Why? Why not just settle in a place where you know you don't belong? Because that's a choice. You can do that. In fact, every single one of you, remind yourself you don't have to resolve your problems. You don't. Nobody's forcing it upon you. You don't have to resolve procrastination issue. You don't have to resolve other problems that's been holding you back. The question is, why do you want to resolve it? Why? Let me ask you this, every single one of you. Teresa, why? Why do you want to move forwards? Well, one could say is because you understand that deep down you're meant for more. Right? There is a desire, almost a calling for you to step forwards. So what we got to do is we got to accept the call. Accept the call and stop numbing the call. Because discontent and longing is a signal from your intuition you're meant for more. But what do most people do when they feel discontent and longing? Here's what most people try to do. They try to take some drugs, numb themselves. They try to use entertainment to numb themselves. They try to use all of these, even personal development stuff, to make them feel content. But for some reason, that sense of itch keeps on coming back. You know what I'm saying? That itch is almost like something saying, keep moving forwards. That itch. I used to have a mentor. His name was Leo. And he is right now around 86 or so years old, right? And I visited him back in July. And he was just about to fly off and he was about to permanently relocate to Morocco. So I was very lucky getting this meeting because I hadn't met him for many years. And so I was sat there like in his back garden, like the sun was out. This beautiful garden, by the way. He's a multi-millionaire. And I asked Leo, who's, pretty much retirement age, long time ago, what have you been doing? And I was shocked to hear what he said to me. He said, Tim, I've been thinking of this new business idea. I've created this. In fact, I'm about to venture with this expert in this field, and I'm about to put a lot of money into this venture. I realized in that moment, Leo hasn't changed. From last time I knew him, he hasn't gone into retirement. He's still crazy and coming up with all these ideas. And I said to Leo, why are you still doing something? Why are you still going for it? Why are you still investing? You don't need to work. And he said to me, Tim, it's because I've got this itch. It's like this entrepreneurial itch. And later in the evening, I was reflecting upon what he meant by this itch. It made so much sense. You know what Abraham Maslow calls the itch? Is our need to self-actualize ourselves. Isn't that beautiful? He calls the itch our need to actualize our potential. And anytime you have not fulfilled this itch and gone for what you want, you notice you feel very much discontent and longing, and you fall into a very dark place. It's not a pretty place. Because everything in nature, if you look at it, is growing right now, is contributing, is evolving, is DNA. That very, very deep desire to evolve and change and to actualize is within you as a human being as well. So one could say, Teresa, the reason why you want to go for it and accept this calling is because you want to actualize yourself. Yes or no? So let me ask you this. What leads to actualization? What leads to good choices? It's bad choices. How can you know what's right if you don't know what's wrong? What leads to experiences? It's the actual failures. Think about this. What actually leads you to growing, evolving, is when you have gone through these setbacks. You don't grow, Teresa, when you're sat back on the beach sipping a margarita, when times are good. You're not growing. You're just settling. You are growing when you're running out of luck. You're growing when you don't know what you want to do, when you want to quit. How many have ever been on the brink of quitting? When you're saying, I don't want to go for this, but there is a little voice saying, a little empowering voice saying, just one more. Let me just do it one more time. Right? That's when you're growing. That's when you're being strengthened. So there's a very big difference right now, Teresa. Yes, you have gone through different ideas. You've tried to create different businesses, but every time you're creating something new, remind yourself this. You're not starting over, because this time you're starting over with experience. There's a very big difference. And so the more experience you have, the more you're setting yourself up from these setbacks to be able to get what you really want. Is this making sense? So embrace the process of becoming. Embrace it. This is it. But you have to go for it now faster. Because remember this, it is not the failures that makes us feel down. It's our response to failures. So next time you fail, you're going to remind yourself that this is a time for you to celebrate. Because you've honored what you really want. You've gone for it. You took the risk. Now you've got the lesson. You've got the feedback. Now you can make those vital readjustments. And so remember that when we continue to do this, this is what will change our life, not when we're playing it safe.